Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this webinar, Inventor OEM, How and Why. So this is part 3 of our webinars. So please go and have a look at the previous 2 recordings, and you can listen to more of Parvo and some technical tips and tricks on OEM. So some introductions. I'm Chris Litchfield. I'm the OEM Partner Manager for EMEA. We're joined today by Kavank from Codeo, who's going to present their journey with Inventor OEM and their product. So thank you very much for taking the time to join us today, Kavank. And then we'll pass over to Parvo, who's going to give you a bit more of a technical demonstration of Inventor OEM. And as I mentioned, we'll go through to Q&A. So next slide, please. So just a quick introduction to Texoft 3D. We develop a range of SDKs, and these are for visualization, translation, CAD to CAD translation. We do 3D PDF, so if you're interested in PDF. We also have a number of CAE tools, so the ability to read and write CAE data, create CAE mesh, 2D and 3D mesh, and we have a data storage capability for CAE. So please have a look at all the SDKs there. There might be something that's going to save you some time instead of doing your own development. And in addition to that, what we're here to talk about today, we were selected by Autodesk to exclusively represent them globally on Autodesk DWG, a read and write capability for DWG, and AutoCAD OEM and Inventor OEM. So AutoCAD OEM, 2D, 3D modeling tool, probably the most popular CAD in the marketplace, been there for over 30 years. And then today we're going to look at Inventor OEM, so 3D modeling CAD for more approach to the mechanical industry. So all very capable tools, all have long established history in the industry. So we go down to the next slide, please. So a bit of an overview of Autodesk Inventor OEM. It enables you to build upon Inventor, an established product, and create your own application. You can customize your product, so you strip away the sort of the branding of Autodesk and create your own branding, create your own experience in your own product. In addition to this, you create your own business model as well. So you set your own pricing, so you're competitive in your market. And you select your own licensing. So that can be leases, short-term leases, annual licenses, or perpetual licenses with maintenance. That's totally up to you. So it gives you that flexibility. And you can do all of the above. You're not restricted to only doing perpetual or only doing annual licenses. You can do both. So whatever your client base requires. And you can select from the vast array of toolboxes within the product. So you can deselect features, you can add additional functionality. So as well as customizing the branding and the licensing of the product, you can customize the usability and the functionality of the product. So that's enough of a kind of a fluffy overview. I'm going to pass you over to Kavank, and he's going to give you a bit more detail on what they've been up to with Inventor OEM. Thanks, Kavank.
Thank you, Chris. So I'm Kavank from Codeo Solutions. I'm a director of Codeo Solutions, and I'm going to share my screen to demonstrate you our solution, Autocase. So I think you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So this is the splash screen. As you see, this is our own design. You can customize the splash screen. And yeah, this is the easy start menu when you open it up. So this easy start menu allows you to initiate a project or open your current projects and see your customers to edit or add new ones and the settings. So I'm going with the new project button and just entering some name, Inventor OEM Demo. So these are the case types included in this software. now all of the options are available, but this is one of the older versions. That's why some of them are grayed out. I'm just clicking the selected case, then it opened up with some options. By the way, I can say that we're developing this software during past 3.5 years. We're continuously adding some new features to the software. That's why we're continuously, developing some new features, some new additions to the software, some new case types. That's why it's taking some time with a small team. So in this menu, we enable users to select their initial components on the case that they want to build. But of course, they are after the initialization of the case, they're able to change anything placed on the case. So this is an empty case. So you can change the dimensions by entering the values, internal or external, or you can place some hardware on case, on any face, or you can switch to the internal design and you can place some dividers or form blocks to the inner design of the case. And as an output, we can export the DXF files, bill of materials as PDF and or CSV files, and panel cut lists and form cut lists. I'll show you the outputs after we configure the product. So I'm gonna place some components such as handle or latch. I'm gonna select this latch, and this latch will be placed on that face. And I'm gonna anchor this latch to this point. So if I change the dimensions, the latch will follow this dot, and you can drag and drop to position your hardware preview, or you can just click on the buttons right here. I'm gonna place hardware just like that. It cuts the extrusions and the panels behind the extrusions. Yeah. And we have mirror feature, so you can select the component and mirror the base component and select the work lanes and just confirm the operation. Then I'm going to place some handle on the front face. Let's put that handle, and I'm gonna anchor at that point. So you can see the snap lines at the center of the case or at the center of the hardware. All of these are custom made. So the Inventor OEM allows you to create that sort of interactions by using Inventor API. And I'm gonna mirror this handle to the other side and to the back face of the case. And all that. I'm gonna dive into the internal design and add some dividers and form blocks. Yeah. So this button switches to the internal design. So you can see the back panels of the case when you rotate the case. So this improves the user interaction. For example, let's add a work plane in order to create a divider on the case. Yeah. Again. Yeah, done. And partitions. Yeah, you just need to select the material, correct material. This is the material library, and you select the panel, work plane, as a mid plane. Then you can adjust the height of the plane by just clicking the top face and the reference plane. Then it fits in, and now it just fits inside of the case. But if you increase the width of the case, width of the panel divider, it comes with the rebate, and it's highlighted as red. This means when I add this panel, the rebate channel will be added on the back face and the front face panel, and that's all. So when you select the faces, it fits a proper form block as a preview on the selected faces. So it's so intuitive, sorry. So it senses the limits of the face and places the correct form block with the correct dimensions. Then I click OK. So you can adjust the height of the form blocks. You can just need to edit, click on edit button, and then select the form block and select the target face and tool face. It fits in. Yeah. Okay. So let's finish the internal design. This was an example. Yeah. Now let's see how the outputs work. So let's export the bill of materials, for example. Let's see the bill of materials at first. So this is the bill of materials with the total cost calculation, which is a database function. We read all the unit costs from the database. So yeah, this is the bill of materials. I'm gonna export it as PDF document. Yeah, done. It should be working much more faster than you see, but I think it can be about Zoom or Parallels. I don't know. Now I'm exporting the DXF files. So the case manufacturers can use that sort of outputs for their machining side. And let's see the extrusion cut list on the panel. So yeah, these are the cutting details and the angle details and the length and the item quantity, etc. Then I'm exporting it as PDF document. All done. So let's view the outputs on the folder. So let's see top base front DXF file, let's say. By the way, you can see the button colors and icons. They're all custom made, so they're all our own buttons. And you can see the left-hand panel. All of the details are custom made. So yeah, this is the front panel, and you can see the handle cutouts and the rebate channel inside the panel, and the hole cutting details and the pockets of the latches. And this is the sample of output, the XF output. And let's see the other outputs, such as extrusion cut list. So yeah, this is the extrusion cut list. And yeah, it's the same with the panel, you see. And let's see the technical drawing. Now we enabled users to define their own technical drawing templates, and we enable users to configure their own drawing environment. They can now build their own custom drawings. Let's see the automatic one. Yeah, with the outer dimensions of the case. And yeah, and the last thing, of course, I'm going to change the width of the, for example, width of the case, and we'll see all the details are updating. Let's say the width of case will be 1,500 mils, and that will be 500 mils, and height will be 750, and lid height will be 150. And yeah, let's see. No, it didn't update it. Yeah, I'm using an older version. I think this is the reason. But in normal conditions, this latch should follow this point. But you know, so we are using software key infrastructure for our licensing infrastructure, which allows us to automatically, automatically let the customers to buy the licenses, and we can, assign the licenses to the customers automatically. So that's why we are using a ready-to-use infrastructure, which is perfect for us. And yeah, to be honest, it was not a big deal to jump into the Inventor OEM after developing some add-ins for Autodesk Inventor. But we are now using some intense software elements such as database integration, or some more APIs about exporting the XF files or exporting the quotations from our software. I think we are now we're not able to export a quotation on that version, but it's pretty old version I think I have. But now we are now able to export a quotation which is customizable for the customers. So yeah, this software can be used for manufacturing purposes, for sales purposes, for visualization purposes, because at that pane we allow users to render the product that they've designed. So I think this solution is a all-in-one solution for the case manufacturers. We are now testing this software from New Zealand to the US. We have about more than 80 testers, and yeah, they're also our potential customers. That's why we're getting instant feedbacks from needs.
Thank you, Kivan.
Yeah.
That's a great demo and an excellent sample application that can be built using Inventor OEM, which is a developer platform, not ready end user product. I will now give you an overview of the Inventor OEM toolkit components and describe the workflow to create your unique CAD application, just like they have done at Codeo. I will cover OEM platform components, developer documentation and resources, the tool called the OEM configurator, how to customize the UI and appearance, and adding your custom runtime modules, and then creating a unique standalone product under your branding and licensing terms. And finally, how to create a deployment package. First, let's look at the white labeled version of Inventor OEM. I'll just finish that. And so when you license and install Inventor OEM, you get the white labeled version, you get the configurator, which I will go into in a little while. But let's have a look what it looks like when it comes fully featured out of the box. You will see it is Inventor. I'll just do something really quickly, typical Inventor stuff. You could see from Codeo's project, the look and feel and the appearance and the behavior was based on Inventor technology, but completely unique and standalone. So you can see all the ribbon items that are part of Inventor OEM, standard Inventor stuff. You can also see these orange dots, which is a pretty nice feature here. It says highlight new. That means that if I select this one, there will be an orange dot on any feature that has been updated or bug fixed or is completely new from previous version or the version I select in here. This is a very nice feature. Anyway, let's do something typical Inventor like here. We can create a 3D solid. We can do some direct editing interactively, something like that. Finish preform. I'm going to close that one down and move on. When you license Inventor OEM, you would need to have the Inventor products installed side by side, because when you do the customization, you will be using the SDK and the APIs of the Inventor product. They don't come with Inventor OEM. So let's go and have a look. Users, public documents, Autodesk, Inventor 2024 SDK. And you can see I have the developer tools here, include files, references, samples, different programming languages. This is a COM API, so you can use any of the languages that support COM. That's that. And when we look into the Inventor OEM product once customized, we'll go into the OEM configurator that I mentioned before. I mentioned the white label version. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the box. It's branded as an Autodesk Inventor OEM product, both with naming and also with the visuals, the look and feel, and installer, and all the content. But now when I start working on it, like Codeo have done, I work on the host application that you just saw, where I did the freeform modeling. I start changing the UI and the behavior, and I add my own components in there. I name my product. I can rename the common document types, parts, assemblies, presentations, and drawings. I can, if I want to rename the part to component, I can do that. And it will show as a component instead for the end user. If I want to hide something from there, I can remove the presentation drawings because I'm not going to use them in my demo application here. I have the product images. I replace anything that is Autodesk or Inventor with my custom look and feel, except this tiny little icon which says powered by Autodesk Inventor. That is the only reference to AutoCAD, Inventor or Autodesk that we will have. Everything else is completely unique and standalone, independent of Autodesk products and distributions and licensing. I have my custom add-ins that I write. I'll show that very quickly here. Visual Studio, run as admin, open. I have a solution here. Place block module where I can place Lego blocks onto an assembly. And then I had the standard Inventor add-in server module, which, among other things, checks for the license. Givenchy mentioned licensing, that they are using software key solutions. I have, hopefully it'll show pretty soon, the licensing implementation that we have done here. I have enabled some of the additional modules like BIM Exchange and iLogic and a few of the different translators that come with the package. And from the last tab here, I can see that I have added some custom content, some assemblies and parts, and I can also run the product from here, but that's grayed out. That's because I made changes here. Okay, I'll click save, and I can actually run it from here, but I wanted to show you the whole tree, what it looks like at the end user side when he runs our product. So I'm going to run this one here. And it does ask me for the license key, and I have a hint there. I'm not going to click cancel here, but if I enter the wrong license key or I click cancel, it will shut down gracefully and I cannot run the program. But hopefully it'll accept my license here and it will run. You see, here is the icon a little bigger that says powered by Autodesk Inventor. I have removed all the other stuff we saw there with freeform. So I'm just going to place some Lego blocks here. Okay, that's what it does basically. Just a quick, I wanted to show you one more thing. All these assemblies are proper Inventor parts with presentations and all of that, relationships. Maybe shut that down. And I'm going to go to the configurator, because from the configurator, you also build your distributable module or the deployment, and you brand also that in your own company and product branding and look and feel. You have some installer setting, version numbers, product upgrade code, license agreement file, and you can support 4 languages: English, Simplified, Chinese, Japanese, and German. And from here, I can also build that deployment once I have done testing and writing my customization and all. And from here, I'll go and look what it looks like this. And this is an Inventor-like deployment, which behaves as my own iBlock iBlock installer. So this is the license agreement I created, and then it'll install my software in the blocks RS folder of the end user machine. I don't think that I'm going to do any more of the demo right now.